How's it going, everyone? I'm future meteorologist Stephen Foray, and welcome back to another week of weather news with Foray. This week we have a lot to talk about, from a nor'easter to tornadoes. Let's get right to it. Here on Long Island, you could probably tell that the nor'easter was coming. Well, I'm sure you heard it all over the place from your news sources, but also the foggy mornings we had, a lot of mornings this week, for your morning commutes, so I hope you stayed safe with those conditions, as well as the gusty winds we had throughout the week. The National Weather Service even issued a few special weather statements stating that winds gusted all the way up to 50 to 60 miles per hour. Earlier in the week, the National Weather Service New York issued their overview forecast explaining how the low pressure system, which was a nor'easter, brings some pretty nasty weather to our area. Expected rainfall were 1 to 2 inches throughout the island. Here in Islip, we got about 2 inches of rainfall from those heavier periods of rain overnight into early morning this morning. Check out that radar image which shows these storms moving through. Of course, along with this nor'easter was the heavy wind gusts that we had, and being that we were on the bottom of that nor'easter here on the island, we got some pretty cold, chilly temperatures with the storm as well. Locally, with the storm finishing off, most places in the United States, you won't need an umbrella for Memorial Day weekend. It's pretty crazy to think about how places up north got the smallest little bit of snow and it's really cold, while as moving into severe weather now, we had a really active week of severe weather. Check out this severe thunderstorm warning all the way up in New York and Oswego. They had wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour and some hail, nickel size possible, but this is just a little preview to the crazy storms that they got down south and in the Midwest. Let's take a look. Check out this large stretch of severe weather, especially in the Midwest there with that orange enhanced risk. Again, the National Weather Service issued this outlook for severe weather. Extended period of active severe weather throughout those dates, the 16th to the 20th, which really it did extend all week. Of course, they got some large hail and damaging wind gusts and tornadoes. I hope everyone affected by these storms is okay. To really show you how active it was, a completely different stretch of severe weather all the way north to all the way south, Friday into Saturday. The red there, the moderate risk for severe weather. The National Weather Service issued these key messages talking about the storms. Of course, multiple rounds of significant severe weather happened across the mid-Mississippi and Ohio-Tennessee Valley. In the red there, they had strong tornadoes, they had large hail, and it's just absolutely devastating. Another gigantic spread of severe weather here on Saturday, the worst of it being in the enhanced risk in Texas. Again, the National Weather Service main points are that the storms moved through the southern plains. Supercells were likely in Texas and Oklahoma. Of course, you saw very large hail again, along with those crippling tornadoes. Sunday, you guessed it, the wide spread of severe weather returns. The moderate here in Texas. The National Weather Service describes just how devastating these storms are. Of course, in the red there, you had the risk for those strong tornadoes. Check out the radar images. Man, just absolutely devastating. Along with those tornadoes came the heavy winds, the heavy rain, and hail. Needless to say, the severe weather this week was absolutely devastating. As the storm prediction shows in their outlooks, almost every day this week, we had large stretches of severe weather. Monday here, the red moderate risk was still present in Tornado Valley. Got a little bit smaller on Tuesday. Then a completely different band of severe storms a little bit further north in the enhanced and slight risk there. Then this on Wednesday, finally getting a little bit more condensed, but still present. Lastly today, Texas in the enhanced risk again and is getting slammed as the National Weather Service describes. These strong storms are whipping through Texas with very large hail and, of course, heavy wind gusts. My thoughts and my prayers and my heart are with everyone affected by the outbreak of these severe storms. Boy, I really hope the weather calms down for this Memorial Day weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and remember all the veterans who have fallen for our freedom.